and I had the butterflies, and I don't normally have the butterflies, because I can't believe that I have her on here. This is my sister. I've known her my entire life, I think, but she's more than that. Today, I don't want her to be my sister. Today, I want her to talk to you about the importance of having a mind, body, strong spirit when it comes to entrepreneurship, because trust me, I know a lot of us want to push the barrier. A lot of us want to have energy. A lot of us want to have clean thoughts, but our bodies are not clean, and you have no idea how it's affecting you. So I want to just introduce, I think she's super dope. I might be biased, but my sister, Lauren LC Thriva, holistic fitness coach extraordinaire. And go ahead, sis, take it over.
Yes, well, thank you, Rob, for having me. I really appreciate being able to share this space with you. I mean, we're both doing two dope things. Why not come together, right? So, I mean, if you want to just thrive in life, period, you want to be able to take care of yourself holistically. So this is why I'm a big advocate on the whole holistic approach to living. I really deem myself as being holistic and realistic. If you're holistic and realistic and you're adapting these two, this is how you become extraordinary. You're able to thrive rather than survive in every aspect of your life. So, it's been a testament in my life. It's not something I just preach and coach about. It's a lifestyle that I've personally had walked myself through, over the years. You personally know as like literally my blood brother. So, it's something that, of course, I seen that work for my personal self, but as well as when I really started to start at the baseline with my clients. Although I started out like professionally as well. I was in like nursing and started that 20 years ago. So I've always had a thing of knowing about the body, but it's a big difference when you just learn the Western philosophy and you learn about how to heal symptoms versus really the full holistic approach and starting to adapt more of the Eastern philosophy. And the root of where things is your mind, right? Before you get anywhere, before you want to be anything, before you want to do anything, where do you see it first?
Yeah,
between your two ears.
Yes. Yep.
So my thing is, if you want to do, be, and all these things you want to do between your two ears, within your mind, what also fuels your mind? What is the root? What is the deep root? What is the seed? What is the stem of your mind, like of your brain? From a scientific standpoint, is your gut. So I really go by, a lot of my clients say I'm like the gut health bestie. And I really start implementing those concepts as far as, okay, if we want to get to where we want to go in life, we want to stop having self-sabotaging things and blocks and mindset and all that. Yes, you want to shift the narrative. Yes, you want to read positive affirmations and books and all those things. But if you don't feel good, right, start focusing on what is the blocks inside that is like really getting in the way of all of that. So I did a talk today actually, and I was talking about everything you put in your mouth is DNA, right? From the water you drink to the ketchup that you dipped your fries into, the fry, to the seeds that you like actually eat, nuts and seeds and all those things. So we want to start paying more attention to how we fuel our body, but we also want to repair our gut. I know for me, I didn't grow up on the best diet at all. Right. So I had all the gut health issues, and I actually started to step out. I felt like I kind of did a backwards effect. It took fitness for me to start paying attention that I wasn't feeling good inside. Like, yeah, I can lift these weights, and yeah, I got a little nice cut tricep, and I got a little Tina Turner arms or something, but I wasn't feeling good. I was tired. I had clients at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I wouldn't finish till 10 o'clock at night. And I have chronic pain and all those things. So that's when I was like, okay, fitness is great, and it's getting me up and motivated and going and mindset, but I don't feel good. I don't feel energized. I want to just throw the towel in and everything. So I realized there was a bigger picture, that has to be a part of the puzzle. And that's when I really started to center on my gut health. And I always tell entrepreneurs, like, if you want to really do well, like all these things work together. Now, everybody's journey goes in different lanes that enters in the center. You know what I mean? So mine was coming on the back end of fitness. Some people may come into spiritual work. Some people may come from, just like reading mindset books and things like that. Some people may realize, well, actually mine was before fitness. Mine was actually the entrepreneur route. Like I had a job that I hated that didn't pay me nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, let me start, I started hustling. Not hustling, but I started, let me be careful. But I started, stepping out as an entrepreneur, and I started getting into like different companies, network marketing, all that stuff. And, they deemed the mindset, all those things, but I was still like lacking that energy. That wear and tear I was doing on my body was just like running havoc on the inside of me,
Right.
So anyway, everybody has their different routes, right? But it all centers in the middle of the whole holistic approach, where you have to be able to find that balance with mind, body, and spirit in all aspects, and how it can help you to thrive in every aspect of your life,
Well, one thing I want to talk to you about that I definitely know that, a lot of people experience is burnout. So I feel like a lot of us are going to achieve the things that we want to achieve. It's just going to take the time, and that time in between that is where we usually fail. We usually don't make it because of the burnout. So can you talk to us about the times when I know, before you really started getting into it, you were in the fitness, but you weren't in the holistic part as much, but you started to experience burnout. And then that kind of even became your theme once you understood that hurting you and how you made the corrections and how you were helping others. So can you talk about the burnout effect and how that connects to what you're learning now?
Yeah. I had burnout out of college, first job, you know what I mean? Way before I like really started to tap in. But it is important because I know for me, I had the mindset everything had to be so hard, and I had to hustle and go and not realizing really sitting into the sense of like what I want, what am I feeling, am I even having that energy, am I forcing, and stuff like that. But burnout can really, literally, I've had many times where I got right to the point where I'm about to have that big quantum leap. But because I forced myself so hard, I didn't listen to my body. I overworked, staying up till 7 o'clock in the morning, or, just overexhausting myself when I felt my body like, hello.
Right.
Like, we're not feeling good. We need some rest. I'm having bad headaches. I'm having some pain, or all those things, and not really taking that time. When I ignored that over and over, just because I wanted to get to that goal and that hustle, I would literally hit that peak, when it's like about to be a big thing or whatever. And then I would mentally tap out. Like I was mentally burnt out. I remember one time I built another business outside of my fitness business from scratch, got $3,500 paying clients, writing those contracts, and I just did not even want to show up for client calls. I was so mentally burnt out, and it was because I was chasing the money. I was not really centering on what felt good to me, what I always wanted to show up for. I never took that time to slow down and really center myself. I was literally, instead of choosing to make smart choices and invest my money into better ways of eating, I was just like dollar pizzas and, just like, look, I got to be on the computer all I got to get this right. And I didn't feel well. And I literally just scratched everything off. So, we may think that taking that time to take care of our body, the mornings when you need to like stretch or meditate or prayer or whatever it is that you believe in. I know for me, I used to think like it took up so much time. Well, it really did. It really did.
And then when you do it, you actually have more time
to have more energy and more time too.
It kind of clicked for me when I seen LeBron. And everyone knows LeBron is still at the top of his game. And the fact that he spends $1.5 million a year just on his body. Just on his vessel, because he's understanding that, it's like a car. Like if you take care of it and you put an extra emphasis on recovery, on your gut, on just having a more of a plant-based diet, because these are things that have been proven to to give you more energy, to give you longevity. Your body can repair itself faster. We see when you actually emerging, the holistic and the science, and with sports now, what we're getting athletes in their mid 30s and later 30s that are still at the top of their game. So and then just through you and learning through you, that's what I'm excited that, you really took this journey personal, is that I get to learn through you and watching you, because, I think I'm an athlete, and how can I have longevity, and not even about being an athlete, but the stronger you can be, the sharper your mind is, the sharper your body is. I'm telling you guys, the more creativity you have, the more easier your thoughts flow, the more just energy that you have to pursue the things that you're trying to do. So when you're trying to go after and you're doing like how me and Sis was talking about, you're eating ramen noodles, you're eating pizza, but you think that if I could just get that out the way, that thing that you're waiting for, that you think that you're just going to get, you're going to burn out and you're going to exhaust yourself physically. Sometimes your mind might be good, but what's the good without the mind, without the body? And I tell all people all the time is that your body is the vessel that houses the mind of God. So yeah, you might think that you're thinking clear, you might think that you're thinking sharp, but you really have no idea until you start getting to, cleaning your gut and et cetera, et cetera. And I want Sis to talk about that, the importance of, gut health and how you've been kind of going down that rabbit hole and preaching that to other entrepreneurs, to other clients in your circle. So you talk to us about gut health.
Yeah. So, pretty much like I mentioned, literally your gut and your mind is connected through a little what's called the vagus nerve, right? And in order to even open up that portal, for the vagus nerve, it has to have, it's like traffic, right? You need to have clear communication. You got to have that gateway. You can't have most of the time that oodles and noodles, that quick TV dinner and all that literally starts to put like a traffic jam. You got cars. Think of New York City. You got cars trying to get into this lane, and all those things that you run havoc on your body. As far as not, taking the time to get some rest. If you're not feeling well, taking rest. Rest is so like I always get excited when I take a moment to rest and realize that every time I even have the affirmation. Every time I take a rest, I set myself 10 steps forward.
I'm the king of naps. My friends laugh at me because I'll take a nap in a second.
So it's like, and more so like just mental rest. It's not to say like, oh, go to bed, go to sleep, but take a moment to just sit back and read a book that you enjoy, watch a show that you enjoy. Like if you're starting to feel mentally tapped out, or you're a writer and you're having writer's block or something like that, maybe taking a break and going hanging out with your kids, or just kicking up and watching a favorite nostalgic show, stuff starts to come, right? So anyway, with the gut and the brain connection through the vagus nerve, like I said, if you're not giving food, remember I said everything you put in your body is data. If you're putting all these things in your body that is giving you poor data and poor communication, is just jamming up that road right there in the vagus nerves. And literally I had said in a talk today where I was just like, all the bad food that we have that has the bad bacteria or things that starts to multiply in your gut and pollute. You get what I'm saying? Like your ecosystem. It's like your gut is a garden, right? So if we're putting all these weeds and and stuff like that, and I was talking about glyphosate, that's a whole nother thing. But a lot of the foods that we put in our body is filled with toxins and stuff like that. As far as even some of the healthier choice, let alone the worst choice that you can make, right? So if you are polluting your gut, it's so backed up and fogged up that it cannot even communicate and interpret back and forth to your body, So you have to take some time to kind of like release and just like at ease, or with me, I'm a earth sign. I need to buy some water, and the sound of water like squeezes certain muscles in my brain so it can communicate, and all those kind of things. So if you don't take that time to allow your body to function at its optimum, it will start to be your worst enemy, and kind of like it's like a little like you are kind of backstabbing yourself.
Right, by not taking that time.
That little 10 minutes or whatever, hydrating first thing in the morning, taking that time to get some, green juice or something, whatever it is that's for you. I'm not here to say like, eat this, eat that. It is important.
She is here, guys. Listen, she's an expert at what she do. We haven't gotten to that yet, but I know she has to go in a little bit, but she has supplements, she has books, she has guides, she has all that stuff. Go to her site, thrivewithlc.com. With.com. You want to know more about this. You want to know more about the information. You want to know about the stuff that she takes in the morning, how she's detoxing her gut, how she's getting healthy and fit. Go to that website. You guys will be able to get plugged in. She's being a little modest. But before you go, there's a couple things I want to talk to you. Definitely want to talk about Builderall for a second. But what are the top 3 things you can leave the people with that will help them kind of reset their health or reset their gut to get them started on the right path. And if they want to know more information about, how to keep that going, you guys can visit her website. But if you had maybe 2 or 3 things just to leave them with before we jump into the bit, before you have to go, what would you say that was to reset your gut?
I would say, definitely have a moment to sit still and realize your intention. I know for me, I was just hustling and going just to get the bag and not realizing the intention. So I wasn't paying attention to focus on my intention. So I could have that, the actual, like what I wanted to attain in my life, so I needed to sit still. I would say you have to kind of sit for a moment and have that full intention on who you are, what is it that you need to do, what is your purpose, like all of those particular things. I took a long time to really, of course I didn't sit still forever until I figured it out, try all the things. But I would say sit still to the point of writing down, journaling first in the morning, getting a lot of the thoughts that circles around in your head and write it down. That will help you to get that intention of what you want to particularly do. Literally, just like you have seeds planted in a garden, right? Those things is literally aligned in you. You are the garden. Water, hydrate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Plant the right seeds into your body so you could function the way you particularly want. So I would say that, have a moment to sit still with yourself and your thoughts, write down those thoughts, have that intention, and then fuel your body and hydrate your body the way you need to.
Okay, cool. So just to make this quick transition now, I know a few years ago, this is the reason why we're here. I'm just here to talk about Builderall. So, a few years ago, I had someone put me onto this amazing platform, and I put you on the amazing platform, which is Builderall, which is pretty much an all-in-one digital marketing platform, community educational platform. I just want you to kind of give them an idea on what you were doing before and what you've been doing now for the past several years, and how your business was running before versus how you're able to have everything in one place and kind of running it now.
Okay, so at one point, I really didn't have a house for my business, like a digital house for my business. I was just utilizing something that I had no control of, that I didn't own, Facebook, or whatever. At the time, I didn't have Instagram. I couldn't keep track of my leads, knowing how to contact, how to communicate or whatever with people. Then I started to start using other platforms and tools, but they were really expensive. Like, they were really running me out of a business before I even started my business.
Right.
Just because the overhead, the cost was just so much. And it started to be, too much. Like, I had to ask, do I even really want to pay for this? Service for this landing page, and I got to pay to host this. I got to pay for, I got more than 100, 100 of emails, people on my email list. I got to pay more, and all those particular things. So I really had so many different platforms that I used for, my landing pages. Then I had something for my emails, and it was just so many different tools that I had, and it was just starting to feel overwhelming. And when you had introduced me to Builderall, that's when I was happy to have everything in one place. Even my digital skills stepped up tremendously because I started to play around and explore.
I'm trying to get her to put me digital. She did it for a second, nah, bro, I'm going back to hell. But she's nice with it. Trust me.
Yeah, my digital skills went up like crazy, and it was just because of using the tools and playing around and Builderall, all the things it has, the trainings and everything that it provides, and I loved everything because I had one site, one membership, one place. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything else anymore. I was able to condense and save hundreds of dollars, probably about maybe close to $400 a month, that I was able to save, that I could have been able to use for ads, savings, investments, Bitcoin, just to mention some things. I was able to take that savings and make more money with it, and invest in my health too. So I think it's been a great tool, and I'm super, super grateful for you sharing, because I've been on it since 2015, 16, and I love all what it's become. You get what I'm saying? So it's been such a key staple for me and my business on so many aspects, because I have one hub, a one-stop shop where I can build and grow everything. And then I learned how to do a lot of the stuff myself. So now I don't do everything. I like advocate, I delegate. But now I know all the things and what to do, because before I used to pay so much money paying someone else to do it, but didn't know how to do it. So I've learned how to do a lot of these things, and now I delegate them or even teach them how to use this tool, because I'm not going to no other platform.
Right. And then the best part about it, this is the second year now you told me, because, we're all about earning that passive and reoccurring income. We're all about earning while we sleep, because we work till we die. And the fact that how in multitude of ways, because first is giving you a home for you to host your courses and your products. So that's earning you, reoccurring and passive revenue. And just by you recommending and showing other people the platform, like you told me, didn't you say that Builderall paid for, what did it recently pay for?
It paid for my trademarks.
Exactly. So she didn't have to come out.
I had 2 trademarks.
Yeah, just from recommending the software, guys. So that's one of the amazing parts about when you come in this company, you have a multitude of ways to grow with it. You don't have to ever even talk to anybody about the program. But what I feel, and I know Sis feels, she doesn't actively go out and talk to everybody about it. But if she knows someone is struggling, she almost feel like it's a disservice not to let them know about this platform. And that's the reason why I love it, is when you have a product that you almost feel like, if I don't tell you about it, I won't be able to sleep well at night, because I know what it's done for me. How, like she said, most people, you can't even get out the gate because you're already in the hole $500, $600 a month, and you haven't even earned your first amount of money. So the fact that we're able to come in one system for an amazing price to literally build our own brands from scratch and create our own digital economies, and take the ideas that are in our heads, our passions, our specialized knowledge, and express those and share those with the world. So it removes for me the barrier of entry. And then taking someone like you, who I know in the beginning you wasn't that tech savvy or that digital savvy, and I'm telling you guys, when you go to her websites and you see the stuff that she's built, people ask me, did you build that for her? I'm like, I didn't build anything for her. She did that herself. So the fact that it wasn't your main goal to become a designer, but low key, you became a really good, designer and brander using Builderall.
Yeah. I know how to get all the tools and do everything I need. And then, I know a lot of people who have their own business and they're trying to start stuff up and they're going to pay these other companies all this money. And I'm just like, no, like this is something that I've used for the years. And I honestly, people, like, if you don't get on it now, it's going to keep going up. It's went up since I came in. And, it's something that you can use, learn how to start using the tools, and just know it's going to continue to get better and bigger. And literally what you come in and locked in, like way less than $100, you know what I'm saying, that you can get and use all of your tools in one platform. I just love it, because I remember the first thing the reason why I kind of came on was I was using, I can't remember, but I was using a tool to make my 3D covers, so that was the only thing I was literally having fun with. Like, like I just want to use the 3D covers because I think I had like a membership for something. It was like $47, something like that. So I like that was in there all by itself. Like, that sold me alone. And then I was just like, okay, well, let me stop using this for my landing pages. Okay, let me stop paying for this for my email marketing. Okay, let me stop doing my SMS here. Like, I was able to just have everything in one spot once I started getting more familiar. Now I don't have to use all these expensive tools for webinars. I have that. So it's expand on so many levels. And now it's just a matter of, like, when I have people that work on whatever I need, it's just like, oh, go here. It's in here. One spot. Yeah.
So
one account, one payment. That's it.
And I love it. So guys, if you're watching on my channel, you just go right here. Thrive with Rob. You're watching on Sis channel. Just hook up with her, go to her website. If you're interested in Builderall, she'll be able to let you know. I'll be able to let you know. And the dope part about it is that regardless, you'll see my face. I'm a brand ambassador. I'm part of the leadership team. So even on the front, even on the back, you're going to see me. So you don't have to worry about, people not being able to hold your hand to a degree. People will be able to show you where the training's at. I'm here all the time doing training. So there's a whole team of people that's doing training. So you're in great, great, great hands. And listen, guys, I appreciate your time. Now, I know Sis got to go. Is there anything that you wanted to say, that you wanted to plug, that you wanted to push, to let the people know anything that you have going on?
Well, ladies, because that's definitely my audience who I really help, is definitely stay tuned. I have an app coming out that is launching as soon as Apple decides to give me the green light. That is really a holistic health and wellness app to help you to get like, resource tools to community support, helping you on, a holistic journey to start learning how to adapt, cleanse, detox, nutrition and support, cooking classes, yoga, all the good stuff. So just if you log on to Thrive with LC, you can go ahead and you'll be updated. And I also have a free ebook that you can get access to help you to lose belly fat. That's a really good tool. It's a downloadable guide to help you to go ahead and get started. And then it will also share more details into like my 30-day gut cleansing program. So many great things and tools that's all on there.
Awesome. Well, sis, I greatly appreciate you. I appreciate you always. You always got my back. And guys, listen, this is what we teach. We call ourselves Thrivers because we believe we have to thrive in 3 ways. First, our mind and our bodies and our spirits. So when you kind of work on one of these things and you leave one out, it doesn't allow you to have a holistic type of experience, holistic type of life. So this is the message that we're preaching. I focus more on building the brand of entrepreneurship. She's doing the fitness holistic thing, but ultimately we're showing people how to build and create better lifestyles for themselves. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in with us once again. I might be back on again. I like to bring you guys the content, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Peace.